guys, welcome back for another Nutrition 101 with me. My name is Kinsey and I am Immuno Lab's holistic health coach and culinary nutrition expert. Now, I may not be a bodybuilder or even a personal trainer for that matter, but when it comes to gaining muscle or hearing to drink this to achieve that, there is a thing or two you might like to know that you probably don't know already. Let me first start by saying that if I could do something to have longer legs or a bigger chest, then by all means I would. However, those physical characteristics unfortunately don't come with consuming my weight in kale chips or spending hours at the gym. What I would need to do to achieve those physical changes would be something to discuss with a plastic surgeon. Where I am going with this is that having the desire to look like the Hulk is quite unnatural, and unless consuming steroids to look like one, I'm sorry to say I can't recommend that as an option for you. There's a reason why so many bodybuilders and strength athletes rely on protein powders and energy bars. Pushing your body past a certain amount of muscle mass is not natural. Now, hold on a minute. This doesn't necessarily make it bad. After all, freedom from head lice and tapeworms is a product of the modern environment too. So, natural isn't automatically good, and unnatural isn't automatically evil. Simply put, if you want to create an unnaturally muscular physique, you'll need an unnatural diet to make it work. I won't be giving you a how to work out presentation today, but do want you to consider the fact that what builds efficient muscles in endurance athletes is the same thing that builds visually impressive muscles in bodybuilders, and that is hard work. You might get tired of hearing this over and over again, but whether you're medically underweight or looking to build more muscle, step one in either case is to make sure everything in your gut is humming along smoothly. You benefit from the calories and nutrients you absorb, not the ones that enter your mouth. So, just eating more food won't always help. Patients with Crohn's disease, for example, often have trouble absorbing not only macronutrients, but also micronutrients. This explains why many people struggle to maintain a healthy weight despite eating enough food. Gut healing can be long and frustrating, but unfortunately there are no workarounds. Just taking out gut-irritating foods like grains, legumes, and dairy is a great first step. Once you've healed your gut, it's time to focus on getting enough calories. Plant-based and elimination diets can have a reputation for being calorie poor, but this isn't quite accurate. There are plenty of healthy, calorie-dense foods. The problem really is that whole, real foods are difficult to overeat, and if you want to gain weight, by definition, you have to overeat relative to your body's maintenance requirements. Let's begin with talking about fats. Are you one of the many who still believe the fat makes you fat myth? The reason that fat doesn't actually make you fat is that when people eat according to hunger, they naturally eat smaller amounts of fatty foods. Fat is not the result of weight gain, but the calorie density does make it a useful tool for putting on healthy mass because it doesn't take up as much room in your stomach. You still won't feel hungry for it, but at least you won't feel quite so uncomfortably stuffed. Fatty, calorie-dense foods include fatty meats, oils, nuts and seeds, avocados, coconut and coconut products. If you tolerate dairy, grass-fed, organic, and full-fat dairy can also add a significant number of calories to your daily intake. Simply replacing less calorie-dense foods with fatty ones is one of the easiest ways to increase caloric intake. Instead of broccoli as a side dish at lunch, have avocado. Instead of steaming your vegetables, stir-fry them with coconut oil. Go for a handful of nuts or trail mix instead of popcorn. Slather chicken for dinner with pesto. Have veggie sticks with a pate dip. It's also fairly easy to hide a spoonful of oil in soups and smoothies. Once you set your mind to it, you can think up of all kinds of tricks for sneaking in more calories from fat. Speaking of sneaky and avocados, be sure to check out my chocolate avocado pudding in the comments. The second key part of this equation is to lose the fear of carbohydrates. Athletes looking to put on mass need carbs to fuel their workouts, prevent burnout, and maintain performance levels. When you exercise, you're burning through your muscles' stores of glycogen. Keep eating away at that reserve without replenishing it, and you'll notice a slow but steady decline in speed, power, and even the desire to work out. Yes, it's true that excess carbohydrates can lead to fat gain in sedentary people, but that simply isn't an issue for active athletes. Healthy carb-dense foods include sweet potatoes, white potatoes, plantains, yams, and other root vegetables. For fruits, bananas are the best carb source because not only do they have a much higher calorie count than most fruits, but they also contain mostly glucose, which is better for athletic performance than fructose. Next is the importance of sleep. As if we need another reason to get RZs, maybe this will be it. During sleep, your body releases the highest amount of human growth hormone, a crucial ingredient to building a lean, ripped body. It's also when your body repairs its muscles and turns off the fight or flight response, better known as your sympathetic nervous system, which helps manage stress. Aim to get 7 to 8 hours of deep, restful sleep per night. Jumping right into all of these strategies at once isn't necessarily the best idea. Building mass means adding more calories. Adding more fats, for example, can take some time to get used to. Dumping it all on your body at once is a great recipe for terrible indigestion. I would suggest working up to it in 250 or 500 calorie increments. Ultimately, what you're doing here is something known to bodybuilders as a clean bulk. In a clean bulk, which is eating a small calorie surplus from good food, you gain weight slowly, but a greater percentage of the total weight is muscle. You aren't gaining a massive amount of fat as well. This contrasts with a dirty bulk, eating a massive calorie surplus from junk food, which packs on muscle faster, but at the cost of added fat as well. Did I mention other health problems too, like feeling lethargic and tired, taxing your system, and other diseases that will eventually arise from the lack of nutrients done with dirty bulking? Clean bulking takes more practice, but you're much more likely to look and feel the way you want. Of course, exercise is important, but I like to remind everyone that abs are made in the kitchen and revealed in the gym. Therefore, if you are spending hours on end at the gym and are using that as a free pass at mealtimes, it might be time you reevaluate your daily habits. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll be back soon to deconstruct another nutrition topic.